Emma, I dropped my kid brother's school book yesterday and it fell in a puddle. He was so upset because we could just buy a new one in 10 minutes. But what if books weren't easy to buy? Like hundreds of years ago?
Oh, that's a great question. Before printing was invented, books were incredibly rare and expensive.
Wait, expensive? How expensive are we talking?
In medieval Europe, one single book could cost as much as a house or a farm.
A house? For one book?
Yes, because every single book had to be copied completely by hand.
Wait, by hand? Like someone sat there and wrote out the entire book word by word?
Exactly. These people were called scribes, and many of them were monks living in monasteries.
Monks? So writing books was basically a full-time religious job?
Pretty much. A monk could spend months, sometimes even years, copying just one book.
Years? For one copy?
Yes, and it wasn't just writing. Many books were decorated with beautiful, colorful art in the margins. These are called illuminated manuscripts.
Wait, so it's a book and also a painting at the same time?
Exactly. Some pages even had real gold in the decoration.
Okay, that explains the house price. So basically only rich people or churches could own books.
Right. Kings, nobles, and churches owned most books. A regular farmer would probably never touch one in his whole life.
That's wild. So how did anyone learn to read at all, if books were that rare?
Good question. Most regular people didn't learn to read. Reading and writing were mainly for priests, monks, scholars, and some nobles.
Wait, so if you were a normal person, you just never learned?
In many places, yes. Education wasn't for everyone the way it is today.
Okay, but some people did learn, right? How did that actually work?
If you were lucky enough to study, you usually learned in a monastery school or later in a university.
Wait, universities existed back then?
Yes, some of the oldest universities in the world started around this time, like the University of Bologna in Italy.
Okay, that's actually surprising. So what did students even write on? Paper wasn't common yet, right?
Exactly. Paper was rare in Europe for a long time. Instead, people often wrote on parchment.
Parchment? What's that?
It's material made from animal skin, usually sheep or goat, cleaned and stretched very thin.
Wait, they wrote on actual animal skin?
Yes, and it took a lot of animals to make just one book. A big Bible could use the skin of over 100 animals.
100 animals? For one book?
I know, it sounds crazy today, but that's how valuable books were.
Okay, so books were rare, expensive, and made from 100 sheep. What changed all of this?
Printing. Around the 1400s, a man named Johannes Gutenberg created the printing press in Europe.
Wait, I've heard that name before. What exactly did he do?
He created a machine using movable metal letters. You could arrange the letters to form words, add ink, and press them onto paper, again and again.
Wait, so instead of copying a whole book by hand every single time, you could just print copy after copy?
Exactly. One printing press could make hundreds of copies in the time it took a scribe to make just one.
Okay, that's basically the invention that changed everything.
It really was. Suddenly, books became much cheaper and much faster to make.
So more people could finally own books?
Yes, and that also meant more people wanted to learn to read, because now there was actually something to read.
Wait, so before printing, few people could read because there weren't many books. And after printing, there were more books, so more people learned to read?
Exactly. It's a cycle. Printing didn't just change books, it changed education itself.
That's honestly amazing. So the printing press is basically the ancestor of every book, magazine, and newspaper we have now.
Yes, and eventually this idea led to mass education, public libraries, and even newspapers.
Okay, I have a new respect for my little brother's soggy school book. At least he didn't need 100 sheep to replace it.
True, just a quick trip to the store.
All right, I'm convinced. Books used to be treasure, and now they're just lying around everywhere.
Exactly. We really don't appreciate how lucky we are.
Okay, what's the next mystery? How did people send messages before phones existed?
Oh, that one is really interesting too. Next time.